Hey there, Joseph here, and in this video we're going to talk about why higher ticket businesses are the way to go if you want to make a full-time income online. And we're going to sort of show some different stats, and I'm going to talk about how the economics, they just don't work out if you're promoting tiny commissions products. And I've done that for many years. I started off eBay drop shipping, selling, $10 phone cases, $5 phone cases. I think my most expensive product was about a $30 remote controlled helicopter. So I've done the low ticket, believe me, and I've also done higher ticket programs more recently in the last few months. And hands down, higher ticket businesses are the way to go. So first of all, what do we mean by higher ticket? Well, we basically mean a business or a program or something that you're selling that has a higher cost, a higher investment for people to either get started or buy. But the upside to that is you attract more serious people. That's the first thing. So you attract better quality clients. And the second thing is you make a lot more money for the same work involved. And in this video, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk to you about the two ways, first of all, that you can advertise whatever it is that you're doing online. Doesn't matter whether you're promoting an affiliate offer, a ClickBank product, or any other item you could possibly think of. There are two ways you can go about it. The first thing is free advertising, which is great if you're just getting started and you haven't got much of an advertising budget and you just want to keep things very low cost. You want to do things on the cheap. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We actually started with free advertising, and we still do to this day. We still do quite a lot of free advertising. We post YouTube videos, we do blogs. We're posting in Facebook groups. Most of it's done on autopilot, apart from obviously like the videos, but we still do free traffic because it all helps the numbers. It all helps fuel your business. But the downside is free advertising. So the upside is it's free. You don't have to spend any money. You don't have to have a marketing budget as such. But the downside is you can't really control the amount of visitors that you're getting. It's a bit out of your control. For example, if I want to say, I want to command that I want 100 people today on my website from YouTube videos, I can't really control that. I can't really tell YouTube to give me 100 visitors to my site without paying for it. They're going to tell me to bugger off. And also the videos are out there and they're getting trickles of free traffic, which is great because it's all extra traffic that you don't have to pay for. But like I said, you can't really control it. So the other way of advertising is paid advertising. So with free advertising, it still costs you time. So it's still going to cost you time no matter what kind of free advertising you do, whether that's videos, blogging, posting in Facebook groups, talking to people. That's all going to be time investment. Whereas with paid advertising, you can do it with very little time invested, but you are going to have to advertise with a marketing budget, so you're going to need money. And paid traffic, in my opinion, is the best way to advertise your business, and there's a few reasons for that. First of all, it's much more trackable, so you can keep track of your clicks, your opt-ins, how much it costs you to get somebody to your website, what your conversion rates are, because you're dealing with proper number of traffic. So you're not getting little trickles, but you can command, okay, I'm going to run a 500 click ad. So today I'm going to get 500 people out there to my website. And then from that, I'm going to collect some data, how many people are putting in their email address on the capture page, how many people are buying. So we can then sort of get some real data about, is the business working? Is the sales funnel that we have working? Is it converting? Because remember, there's only two things that matter when it comes to making money online, and that's traffic. So you need to get people to your offer or your business or see your product. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, it's the same for an offline business as well. If you've got a shop or a restaurant, you need people coming into your shop, coming into your restaurant. That's the traffic, right? because if you've got a supermarket, even if you've got the best products in the world, but no one's coming into your shop or no one's buying your food, you're going to go broke and you're going to go bankrupt. So that's the first thing you need is traffic, no matter what business you're doing. Second thing that you need is conversion. And it's this which is slightly more difficult than the traffic. But then again, it depends on what you're promoting. But traffic is out there, it's just people. There's a whole world of 7 billion people out there. And if you wanted to, you could send 1,000 people today to your website. Now, why wouldn't you send 1,000 people to your website if your website is converting and you're making a profit? But that's the first thing you need, traffic. Second thing that you need is conversions. And in this video, we're going to talk about what those things mean. So first of all, let's say we go out there and we place an advertisement online. And you're going to see how this ties in with the higher ticket versus lower ticket as well in just a second. So let's say we go out onto the internet, we go to Facebook ads, or we go to Google ads, or we buy a solo ad, and what we do is we spend some money. So in this case, let's say we spend $500 in advertising, and we're paying 50 cents a visitor. So we have a 50-cent cost per click, which means we are getting 1,000 visitors. Getting 1,000 visitors to our capture page for $500. So 1,000 visitors for $500. Now, first things first is, as I mentioned on my previous video, what you want to do first is have a very, very high converting capture page. So our capture page here, endlesswealthplan.com, converts roughly 44%. So what that means is for every 100 people who land on this page, 44 people put in their email address. So that is a 44% opt-in rate. So if I take you back over to the paint. So in that sense, we know that if we get 1,000 visitors today to our page, we're going to get 440 leads. And remember, we spent $500 to get 440 leads. So this means, if I just do the calculation, that we are paying $500 divided by 440. We're paying $1.14 to get somebody to put in their email address. So remember, we pay $500 to get 1,000 people onto this page. 44% of them put in their email address, which is 440 people, which are going to see the next page of the plan. So if I just show you the next page, this is the next page of the Endless Wealth Plan. So 440 people are going to be taken onto this page for $500. So $500 to get 440 people onto this page. Now, the first part of the plan, which is the business, allows us to earn 3 levels of commissions. The minimum commission that you can earn is $250. The second commission you can earn is $500, and the third commission you can earn is $1,000. So let's say somebody joins you in the business today for $250. That's what you're going to make. Someone joins at the $500 level, you're going to make $500. And if someone joins you at the $1,000 level, you're going to make $1,000 commission. So let's just take the minimum, the $250. So let's say we make, which we do, let's say we make a $250 commission when somebody buys or somebody joins the business. So we spent $500 on this advertising to get 440 people to see the business. And how many do we need to get back our advertising spend? Well, we need 2. Because remember, we spent $500 on advertising. We're making $250 back from each sale we make. So let's say we make 3 sales from these 440 leads. Well, now, which is less than 1%, by the way, that's the great thing about having a higher ticket program as well, is you only need, you can be very, very profitable with a very low conversion rate. For instance, 1% of our leads here converting and buying and joining the business, 1% of our leads converting, let's just say we've got 440 leads to see the business, 1% decide to join. So what that means is we got 4 sales and we're making $250 from each sale. So that's $1,000 and we spent $500. So we have made $500 just from running an advertisement, right? So this is the crux, if you like, of making money online. You need traffic. So let's say we have the 1,000 visitors and we need conversion. So in this sense, 1% of our leads converted, which made us $1,000. This is the formula for making money online, or making money with any business. In fact, is you have a traffic, you show people your business, your offer, your product, whatever it is, you have a conversion rate. Now, if you're just starting out, you may not know what your conversion rate is, but by running visitors and running ads, that's how you can find out what your conversion rate is, and then you can work on tweaking it. So improving this, for instance, now let's say we improve the page, the website, and we're now getting 2% of our leads joining. Well, now we've made 8 sales, which is $2,000 from $500 advertising. So this is why it's very, very important to run advertising, proper advertising, where you can track all these things, because otherwise you don't know if your business or whatever you're doing is profitable or not. And this is business. Every business needs to know whether they're profitable. You know, if you look at all the big businesses in the world, they all know, you know, what their revenue was, what their expenditure was, and what their profit was, right? They all release, you know, all these financial statements and things. So you need to know exactly where you are in your business, because if you're, let's just say you run $500 in advertising today and you send that to your website, there's only 2 things that can happen, right? You're either going to make money. So if we actually do it properly, you're either going to make money, so that's a profit. So if you get back more than $500, you've made money. And if you get back less than $500, you've lost money or loss. So those are the only 2. It's very, very unlikely that, okay, it might happen with this example where you spend $500 and you get back 2 sales, which is $500. But even that is actually profit, because we have other things inside here that people will join. If they join P3, the business, they're then going to join the marketing system so that they can promote the business. So this is a second income stream that we have. So if we are spending $500 to get $500 back in P3 commissions, we're actually in profit, because we have other things in here that people are going to join after they've joined P3. Hopefully that makes sense. Now we're going to talk about low ticket. So this is we're going to use the same stats. So we got 1,000 visitors, 440 leads, and we had a 1% conversion rate. 1% conversion rate in this example for a $250 product, which means 4 sales, which means we made back $1,000. $1,000, and we spent, in this example, let's say we spent $500. $500 to get $1,000 back, 4 sales, right? 4 sales. Now, that's the great thing about having a higher ticket program, is 1% would be profitable. But now let's look at, let's say you're spending $500 in advertising. You get the same 1,000 visitors, you get the same 440 leads, you get the same 1% conversion rate. So you're still getting 4 sales, but this time you're promoting something that's $10. So now you're only made $40 back. And this is why people struggle with doing, and this is why we struggled with doing lower cost, promoting lower cost products, is it's very, very difficult to make this work. You know, you spend $500, for example, you get 4 sales, you make back $40. Well, you've lost $460, and you're not going to be able to keep doing that. You know, you're going to run out of money and you're going to be out of business, because you're just going to be running advertising. You'll be getting the same conversion rate, but you'll be making a lot less money, which means you're going to be losing money, which means you can't keep this going forever. Whereas the top one, if you're spending $500 and you're getting back $1,000, you can then take $700, $750, or even if you really want to build it aggressively, you can put the whole lot back in, and now you've doubled. So now you've got $1,000 that you've put back into advertising to get. Now you can double the amount of visitors you're getting and double the amount of sales you're getting, and you can keep that going. You can keep scaling up. Whereas if you're losing money on your advertising, you're going to go bankrupt fast, and you're not going to be able to scale up anything. So it's not going to work. And I've had people say to me, well, isn't it harder to sell a higher ticket product? Wouldn't you make a lot less conversions? Well, it depends who you're targeting. If you think about it this way, let's say you own a car dealership, and in that dealership you have two cars. You have one that's a Ferrari that costs, let's say, $200,000, and you have just going to, it's very, very cheap. Let's say you have a Nissan that's $200, right? Obviously it's not going to be that cheap, but just for this example, now the Ferrari is 1,000 times more expensive than the $200 car. But is it 1,000 times more difficult to sell? No, nowhere near 1,000 times more difficult to sell. You're just going to be targeting different kind of people. You're going to, instead of targeting someone who wants a cheap car to get from A to B, you're going to be targeting someone who's into sports cars, like someone who has the money, someone who loves Ferraris, and you're just going to be attracting a different kind of client. But you're going to make 1,000 times more from that sale than you will from the cheap car. So that's basically the whole premise of this story, or this video, is it pays a lot better to promote something that's higher cost. It allows you to, first of all, make more money up front, which you can then put in your pocket and also put into more advertising to scale up your business. Because this is what it's all about. I mean, in business, you want leverage. You want to be able to, with no more time investment, really, you want to be able to scale up so that you can keep more and more and more traffic coming through, which is going to lead to more sales for the same amount of work involved. So, and even if you're doing free advertising, it's still better to have a higher business, like $250, than be promoting a $10 business, because you're still doing videos, for example, you're still doing blogs, you're still doing all this other free advertising stuff. You're just going to make a lot more for the same work. You're still doing the same work, whatever it is that you're promoting, but by promoting something that's higher cost, it gives you a higher commission. You're going to end up making a lot more bang for your buck. So with that said, thanks for watching. Check out the Endless Wealth Plan in the description below, and we'll see you in the next video.